So me and my wife were walking through the park the other day, and I spotted these trees, and I told my wife, I said, hey, look, they're kind of shady.
Okay. What's up, guys? Mardigrasman23 here, and it is time again for the A F.o.O.L Podcast. This is Joey's channel, aka BrickTrains. We've got the one and only Jabo over to this side. That's BrickTsar, and right above me, once again from across the pond, is Duncan from Dunks to Bricks.
Nice. Hello. How's it going?
Good evening.
Hello.
It's good having you again.
No, it's good to be here. It's good to be back.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
2 a.m., man. 2 a.m. So if I zone out, it's just like, it's nothing personal.
You'll probably be good till I start reading comments.
Oh, my. Yeah.
See what happens.
So you got a channel anniversary coming up, yes?
I have, yes. 8 years.
Wow.
31st of May is 8 years of the channel, which is, weird. It's you just think about, I've kept going.
Do you have any plans to do any big train layouts in the new house? Or
I would love to, but it's not practical really anymore.
Yeah.
Not with toddlers running around and things like that. So I'd have to, I did try and plan one and sort of try and arrange it, but it just doesn't happen. So it's just the city behind me and stuff like that. So I'm working on that, and that's gone through a lot of changes, and hopefully it will be a clearer railway with.
Going through a lot of changes, and it's really still new. It's not like you ran out of space and rebuilt it.
I just got it was getting really annoying just trying to move around around the room. Really, it was getting too crowded, so I had to change it. It was extremely annoying.
You gotta be comfortable in it just so you can enjoy it. So
it was getting too crowded and stuff, and obviously there's lots. I mean, it's nice having somewhere to put the big modulars and everything, but I need to make sure I've got trains running and the modulars, and I can get things
on giant castles.
Yes, and stuff like that. So I need to, I have to put that somewhere. So it's going to be trains running underneath stuff, I think, a lot of the time. Yeah, which will make for a more interesting city, hopefully. So that's the thing.
Well, you gotta. I think. Let's see. We didn't do it last year. We haven't done it in several years. Do the Traintober thing.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's brought it up that we should do it again. I think we should do something the whole month of October to do a train thing. Maybe that'll convince Jabo to actually build a train layout.
Well, the last train he built was pretty phenomenal.
Oh yes, that was awesome.
That was fantastic. Yeah, I like the way it jumped off the track. It was amazing. It's like is that a feature?
Does anybody want a dead duck? Got a mallard.
I've never. Well, never mind. There was a joke in there about the Elon Musk when his little rocket blew up or whatever. What do you call it? Unscheduled rapid disassembly.
It's the rocket science. Jargon for exploded.
So when a Tesla gets in a crash, do the owners of the Tesla get out and just start applauding and cheering? Because I was very confused watching the rocket blow up. Everybody was just like, "Oh, let's clap! Yay!"
Yeah. Well, they set expectations really, really low, don't they? They say if it gets off the launch pad, that's a success.
Yeah.
So anything past that is like it did more.
I just want to be the person that's actually on it one day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You might make it.
I don't know. That sounds like a coach who lost and says, "Yeah, but we played good."
What did we learn today in our 47th consecutive loss?
So, our vault set this week. It's bi-weekly, whatever. At any rate, Duncan has the Ghost, the 75053.
slightly.
Does it have a phantom in it?
It has a phantom. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got the shuttle. So there you go. Boop.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
that's that. But then it's the first one. It's not the second one. It's the the first phantom. So it's not got Thrawn. But yeah, there's an interesting thing about the minifigure. So this guy only appeared in this set. This guy, this certain, I don't know whether, this minifigure only appears in this set.
Right.
And there are two
different
versions of him.
variations of his head.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
He
So
knew it right away, didn't he?
Yeah, he knows. He obviously,
Yeah, you got to get up pretty early to get one by Jabba.
Well,
Yeah.
he did.
yeah.
So is that the real expensive fig?
Yes.
You have the. I couldn't tell in the
black.
picture.
Yeah. So
It's the black one. Okay.
this is the black. So.
Did you buy it when it first came out? Then.
This was actually a present. So this was a present. Yeah, but it must have been.
They must have got it early.
Yeah, they must have got it early.
You don't have very much Star Wars, do you?
Not much. I've got bits.
Yeah.
I've got a few sets, but I definitely don't collect. So it's not a priority. I have some odd ones. I have I've got sort of like some stuff from the Clone Wars and stuff from the Old Republic as well, from one of the sets of a game of one of the Star Wars: The Old Republic, which was a game or is still a game.
Right, it's a video game. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't dare try to start collecting Star Wars because there's just so much of it.
Yeah. But the Ghost set is it's just. I mean, I have watched Rebels and I have watched that stuff, and it's I like it, but which is why someone bought it for me. But
that's one set with two ships. That's not two sets put together.
This is two sets. Yeah, the Phantom was a different set. Okay, so the Ghost is a set on its own.
Yeah,
and the
that's kind of how there's a what is it? Guardians of the Galaxy like that. There's a Milano and the other ship, and you put them together.
Okay.
Or Jabba's palace and the Rancor pit.
Okay.
There's another one. But that's not a ship. I mean, Jabba's palace isn't a ship.
No. That's the one that goes over the Rancor pit.
Yeah.
Sail barge. Right?
No, the sail barge does not combine with the Rancor pit.
No, but I mean, the sail barge is what was over the Rancor pit.
Oh, it flies over.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to get
Sarlacc.
the sail barge and the Sarlacc pit together.
Yeah.
So now I'm just showing my ignorance of Star Wars.
How are your figures cracked?
No, no, he's been sitting in the front gunner seat.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to put him in a baggie.
Oh yeah, I know. And even Greb as well, Zar Greb or whatever.
Put him in a baggie and put him up.
It's like mine's not cracked, and it's just been laying there all this time, and now I'm trying to protect it, and I'm like, do the things that I do to try to protect it going to actually be what causes it to break?
Just been sitting in a random box somewhere, and they're fine. So.
Like getting a baseball card and putting it in a top loader and banging the corner, putting it in the top loader.
Yeah, the more you handle it.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, literally, I checked. I saw a post on Instagram, sort of like last week or something, and they had the different figures from that. Yeah, the different types of what's his. I'm trying to the guy's name.
Yeah,
it's was it Kanan Jarrus, I think.
Yeah,
Kanan Jarrus, and they had the different prices, and I couldn't work out. There was one low priced and one high priced, and I was like, "What's the difference?" And then had to go to the comments, and someone went, "No, one's black, and one's got a black facial hair and stuff, and the other one's got the brown facial hair, and it's a completely different price." And I was like, "Ooh, okay." And then I checked tonight, just before this, and was like,
"So
bingo!"
So what caused the two birds?
We lost
so long it got released like a newer version, or
as Legos tend to do, they will change molds or prints sometimes in the middle of a production run, and I don't know the reason that they changed it, but it was originally black, and then they made it that is it reddish brown or something with the
Dark brown.
dark brown.
The hair's dark brown.
Yeah, it's the hair. His facial hair is a different color, and
Yeah.
I don't think is the hair piece is not.
Yes. No, I think the hairpiece is different too, isn't it?
I mean, is it rare though? Is it only
no, because that's what I was
so
confused.
it's his head. You're paying for his
The
actual
head, yes.
head.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, it's not the hair. Yeah,
There's no heads for sale on
Yeah.
Bricklink.
Yeah.
So, with the black facial, the other one is they're I don't know what we say $2 or $3 or something. They weren't very expensive.
So that would that have been the early one? Like the first version was the one Duncan has, and then the
Yeah, that's what I think.
later versions
Yeah,
are the
yeah, I
one
think,
that's more abundant.
And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes the later version is the one that's rare,
Yeah.
with like the Finch Dallow being in the bomber
Okay.
when it was just a regular driver or whatever. It's like I went back and rewatched that movie. It's okay, Finch Dallow is a character for like 5 seconds in this
5
movie.
seconds. Yeah. So you had kind of another. Well, I don't know. You had the stickered Spacemen,
the stickered spaceman. Yeah,
It was the black one, right?
the
so
black.
for people who don't watch my channel, so I went for. I found out about. There was a video that Maniac for Bricks posted. He was sharing someone else's video, and it was like theories of spacemen and the different
ranks,
colors meaning
yep.
different things. And it mentioned that there were black classic spacemen and stuff like that. And he did a whole thing about command structure and everything like that. But it was, but I didn't realize I didn't have a classic spaceman, so I went looking for them. And so the two they came in a few sets, didn't they? Like 3 or 4 sets. So I bought a robot command center and the uranium search vehicle. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
And one of my black spacemen just fell on the floor, so I'll get these guys. So the guy who came with the robot command center is this guy, and he is not stickered. I don't know if he's gonna focus or not.
Right.
Anyway, he has not got a sticker. There we go. That's good enough. So he's not stickered, but the guy who came with the uranium search vehicle, you can see.
Yeah,
I can
you
see
can
the
see it.
sticker.
That's the sticker.
I had no idea that those were in existence.
Well,
Well,
that's the problem.
that's the problem. They're not. They shouldn't exist.
Right.
So when I went looking for it on Bricklink, Bricklink are deleting a stickered black spaceman because the I can't remember the wording, but they were printed basically.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they've always
But
been
they
printed.
had a picture just like what you have on Bricklink. They had a picture of a stickered, and I think you pointed out, didn't you, Jabbo, that was a clear sticker out of another set.
Well, I don't know how they can definitively say that it was not a sticker torso ever when there are sticker torsos throughout the history of Lego. I mean, don't they still have some sets that will occasionally have sticker torsos, especially some third-party branded stuff?
I was gonna say I think some of the third-party branded.
Like my original Vestas windmill had stickered torsos. So if somebody but then like with a clear backing torso, if they had one from one of the other space sets, then they could put it on any color.
Right.
Yeah.
That brings me to something I thought was kind of odd. A black plain torso didn't come out till much later. Obviously, you could change the hands and the arms, but I think all the black torsos had either some kind of printing on them.
Are you talking about a plain black torso? That's a very good point.
They don't.
Now, surely, when was the first plain black torso?
Right, exactly. So let's see. We need to look up classic Spaceman.
I would think it would be in the policeman. The very first minifigure was a plain black torso.
Okay.
Yeah.
The very
Yes, he
first one.
was.
The very
is a
first.
policeman.
Because it was
And
a
he had-
stickered. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
stickered
he was
police.
stickered.
You would have had
Yeah.
to change the hands out though, so you would have had to get black.
He had
hands.
white hands or yellow.
Either white or yellow.
I think he had.
I don't think he had black hands.
He didn't have black hands. You would have had to
Yeah.
change out the
So-
arms. Let's see. So 973, right, is the torso. Let's see. Where does 973? Yeah, I guess you're right. The cop,
Well-
the policeman was the. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to find just where the black came from.
I just don't think that, even though Lego owns Bricklink, I don't think Lego themselves kept good enough records, and I think the fans did a better job of putting things, but we all know that there's a lot of mistakes still.
Yeah.
Bricklink, and it's good that they'd want people not to be able to list something that never really existed and try to sell it for a ridiculous price, and people think, oh, I got this rare thing. But
yeah, but I don't think. I mean, I had a comment on the video that I did, and someone was going, "I've been collecting space for whatever, and for a very long time." And he said that there was no stickered Spaceman, especially with that set. Anyway, I mean, it didn't come with the sticker set, so it wouldn't have come.
Yeah.
Regardless, so.
Somebody would have remembered the sticker sheet, I think.
Wasn't there an early?
Right.
Did the early Spaceman pack? Did it have the black and yellow, or was it just the red and the white?
And it was you're talking about the minifigure pack?
There was the minifigure pack with the classic Spaceman in it.
Did it have a black? Is that what you're saying? Did it have
Yeah,
a black?
what colors was in that?
I don't remember.
Because that's one thing, because it wasn't just the black stickered Spaceman that was getting deleted from the database and Bricklink. There was another color in it. Maybe there was another.
Was it
Yeah,
yellow?
I don't know, because the yellow. Because the
I
set.
know
that
the
you-
stickers exist for white and red.
yeah, so maybe.
And
It was,
yellow-
maybe it
well-
was
And yellow was the third minifigure to be released.
But
So
Blue?
no.
maybe a blue one that was getting.
Show my face.
Right, the white
But see
one.
how the
It's I
stickers
can
are,
tell because it's faded.
yeah. Well, and it's a trapezoid.
But
Yeah.
that's
See
not.
how
You talking about his sticker?
yeah.
That's the
That
way it should
sticker's-
be.
But that's a white sticker, though. It's not
Yes.
a clear sticker.
Oh, it's not a clear sticker.
No, but
Okay.
there,
That one's clear.
that one's clear. I ain't gonna be able to get it.
Oh, that one
Okay.
is clear.
See how he's shiny and
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
square.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is a black. This looks like a black sticker. It's not a clear sticker, which is not. So
Yeah.
And then of course there was
which makes it more suspect.
the red one.
Right, and that's a red sticker also, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you can kind of see how he's faded
Yeah.
around the edge.
Ah, right. Okay.
So see, I always thought the early versions of the red and the white had stickers, just like the policeman torso, but a little bit later on, they started printing the torsos and the stickers went away. So that would be, seems like if a black and a yellow had a sticker, that would be after,
They'd
the red
already
and the
made it
white were
printed.
printed.
Yeah.
unless maybe the early versions of the black and the yellow had
And there's
stickers.
so many years had passed by the time the black came around.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Like 85.
Who really knows, right?
Yeah.
Is it a real Lego torso? Are you
Yeah,
confident the torso is a real Lego torso?
yeah. It's got it's got the Lego on the it's got the Lego stamp on the top of the thing.
Well, then it's a real Lego torso. Then
Exactly,
There you
yeah,
go.
it's a genuine Lego stamp.
Case
Yeah,
closed.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
when I built that mallard we talked about at the beginning,
Yes.
I was missing a window, the glass for one of the small windows, which is a pretty common piece with Lego now. The small,
Right.
but
Okay.
that's obviously not Lego. Well, that was a few weeks ago, and then I had parted out all these other sets in the meantime, and I lifted up. I have to occasionally lift up the sofa because stuff tends to wander under the. And I found one of those windows, glass for a window, and I just threw it in my Lego thing. And then later, I'm like, wait a minute, I
Uh-oh.
was missing that piece when I was building. This is not even Lego.
And
I'm
there's
about to do the classic mistake of
and there's not a there's no Lego logo in the window, so
there's got to be some microscopic marking on one of
there
them
may
that's
be.
different.
There may be.
But
So,
with minifigures getting so valuable, the counterfeit stuff's going to be
Yeah.
it's
getting
gonna
better.
be tough. It's gonna be
Which, since you say valuable minifigure, you have the Apocalypseburg, whatever.
Yeah, that's another one of the minifigures are probably just laying around somewhere.
You need to find that
Cats
because
playing with them for all I know.
that has got to be. Do you have Whatnot over there, Duncan?
I haven't checked it out.
So over here, the hottest craze is Whatnot. It's kind of like live. It's like eBay, but it's live auctions.
It's eBay for people who don't care about their money.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of didn't. I kind of deliberately haven't gone anywhere near it, mainly because I'm not gonna sell anything, and I'm not gonna buy anything.
Minifigures are so inflated because of this site. The Harley Quinn in the Apocalypseburg is now a $200 figure.
Right.
Yeah.
And have you guys ever seen Searching for Bobby Fischer?
That's the chess kid.
The chess, right.
Right.
So there's a part in the movie where he's taking chess lessons and he's striving to become a chess master. And he's got to get so many class points. So he's going to get rewarded with this certificate. And when he presents a certificate to it and it's something for the kid to earn, he treats it like it's so hard to get or whatever. So later in the movie, he's getting aggravated and he gets in a little argument with his teacher. And his teacher, he wants this award, and the teacher just kind of rubs it in his face. And he says, "Here you go. You want another?" And he pulls another one out of his briefcase. He pulls another one out of his briefcase. And then he pulls a whole handful out of his briefcase. That's kind of what I feel about these Lego minifigures. Because there are really so many of them that how can they hold that value? How can anybody expect to?
It's what people are willing to pay.
Well,
it's unbelievable.
Supply and demand should really dictate that. But if the supply is high, then the demand has to be out of control. But not TikTok, Whatnot seems to overdrive that demand.
So what you have is people know that they can sell, especially mainstream Whatnot sellers. They can go buy a minifigure for $100 on Bricklink and then turn around and sell it on Whatnot for $300 or $400. And that just drives the Bricklink price up, and it's a vicious cycle. And so it's like the Amazon pricing war where you have two sellers that match their price based on what the market is. And as you get less and less things in the market, all of a sudden the price just goes up because somebody wants to always be just a little bit less than the highest. And the other person always wants to be a little bit more. And then those automated things just get it jacked up real high. And that's what's happening with these minifigures, except they're not rare.
No, that's my point. They're not rare.
Right.
And when you look, any night you can go on Whatnot and 99 out of 10 of streams are Star Wars. And they're all selling clones and clones and clones. And one would think this guy's got 3, this guy's got 10, this guy's got 3. This guy just sold 6 last week and he's got 10 again this week. Why would people be paying that much for them? Because they're so available.
Yeah.
Do you think it's just people are not knowledgeable of their rarity? Do people just not know that Bricklink exists?
I don't know.
I mean, it's like the thing you had where you were trying to ship a thing and the address didn't match up, and it was and it's someone's gone onto Amazon, bought something or whatever. Because it used to be that eBay used to be the cheapest to buy stuff, whereas now you have to do your research before you buy stuff. Right. So if someone doesn't know about Bricklink and doesn't go, they're just looking at Amazon or whatever, and they think, oh well, I don't know, not looking at the rules.
And there's also the problem with just because somebody listed something either on Bricklink or Amazon or whatever for a certain price, that doesn't mean that's what it's worth.
No.
But so often I hear people they think that's what something's worth, because they see it listed for that on
Mhm.
Amazon. And
Yeah,
so
it's not what it's
maybe-
sold for, even.
But
so,
sometimes maybe somebody goes and buys it because of that. This set here, it's not the best condition. I'm gonna be doing this one day, but it's sealed supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
I had somebody trying to sell that to me for $400 because they saw it for $400
Right.
on one of the websites. I'm like, this is not worth $400. It's like $5. It maybe. What do you think, Joey? 105 basic bricks
Right. Yeah.
worth what? $3?
Right. Exactly. If you were to open those up and try to use them, most of them are going to be almost unusable because they're going to be cellulose acetate.
Probably, yeah.
Some of them.
Well, I'm going to find out when I open it because I'm going to.
Yeah.
I only paid $45 for it, and so now I go back to that guy. Okay, I just bought one for $45.
Right.
Will you sell me yours now for that?
Right.
No, he's like, no.
No. Well, but that brings up a very good point. I don't know that I would sell that for $45 if I had one sealed, right? Somebody would probably have to offer me more because to me it would be worth more. Now, the $400, no, but the value is always going to be in the eye of the beholder, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So what's it worth to somebody? And I still see things on eBay go at ridiculously high prices in the Samsonite area because that's kind of where I look mostly at it on eBay. And I'll see things sell for $200 and $300. Like, man, I got 3 of those sitting on the shelf. I'd sell you one for $50. But
if I think everybody needs to play the long game. It's like you never know.
right.
You'll find a little toy shop somewhere.
So
Yeah.
that's another thing.
A little toy shop, you can find a sealed monorail track set.
Yeah, I don't think that will ever happen ever again. So yeah.
What else we got? Okay, this Lego. Did you see the tour, the vault tour video?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it, Duncan?
I did not see it, but
Okay.
I think I saw the thumbnail of it. But
It was that guy in Austria. I can't remember his name.
Austrian Lego panel or something.
If you read
He's
the little bit of reading I did on it, it looks like they moved the vault to the attic. They moved it from the basement and those rolling shelves to the attic where it's more
to be exposed to
accessible.
sunlight for.
Yeah, exposed exactly.
It's got the windows.
Uh-huh. And it looks like it's set up for a tour for people to actually go in there and look at everything.
So okay. So you got that stuff at the Lego house, which obviously has a lot of people visiting it, but you can't touch that stuff. It's all behind glass. It's in a darker looking room where they're using, I'm sure, UV or what do they call it? Lights that are not going to mess that up.
Yeah.
What are the archival type lighting and stuff? But yeah, this looks like it's something I'd do.
Even in the vault with the rolling shelves, there's not real good video, but when you see the video, they're not scared to pull a box out, touch it, ding the corners, put a little crease in it. That's not the purpose of it. It's their one of everything collection. Yeah. Now the yellowing from the sunlight, that might be a different issue, but it's not like they have an issue with somebody touching it and physically hold.
And if it's limited people, I totally agree. But if that's going to be like open to the public tour thing, oof.
Yeah, that's
yeah. I mean, they could have just because they're buying sets back probably as well, aren't they? To try and fill up their collection. Like everyone else, they've just run out of space, so they needed to move it somewhere. And having it on the open shelves would also allow people easier access rather than.
Yeah. Well, it seems like they're pretty close to complete now, except the early days, early issues. You guys always talk about the Samsonite. I would have no way of knowing, but if you follow it along the rest of the way, it looked pretty.
Unfortunately, he didn't go and. It's like if I was filming it,
he didn't go in order.
I would go in order.
Yeah, he
didn't. He went in like physical order. He just went to save himself the most walking, which actually made sense for being able to film as much as he did in the amount of time maybe he had allotted. But I would want to start it the very first year and do those rows first. And and he did cover. I think he got everything in frame, even though some of the stuff wasn't as close as I would like it. But I don't agree that it's near complete. There was a lot of things I saw missing.
Yeah. Well, I would say 95% of the Samsonite stuff was missing. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
it felt like there were no poly bags for starters. I had a
Right,
bigger
no
poly bag collection.
Well, yeah,
There were some-
I kind of tuned out once he got up to the 80s anyway. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, true. No poly bags. There were some looked like clear shoe boxes that had stuff in it that you couldn't really tell what it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where are the keychains? Where's
Well, those are
magnet?
technically sets.
Okay. But somebody tell BrickSet, everything's a set. No matter what it is, it's a set.
Set. You're right. Everything is a
When I
set.
look at my collection, it says I got this many sets, and it's everything. It's a T-shirt. It's a set.
Well, each one of the CMFs in a series is a
Is a
set. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's my biggest. I have more CMFs than any other.
Yeah.
series.
So what do you have the most of, Duncan?
The most of, as in,
Yeah, like what theme is the one that you have the most of?
it's probably city stuff.
City.
Yeah.
I
Do
think.
you use BrickSet?
I've got BrickSet, and I do go through and sort of update my collection every so often, just so it shows stuff. And I've gone through sort of the older classics, castle stuff, and castle things and stuff like that. But I think I have the most city just mainly because I would walk into a supermarket and it would be reduced and I would buy it. Just go, oh, it's reduced, I just buy it. But now I've managed to stop that because it just gets silly after a while and you just end up with sets that you've got no use for and just so.
You don't have to worry about those city minifigures being on whatnot.
Yeah.
No, it's just the Star Wars stuff, isn't it? So,
I wonder what the most valuable minifigure from a theme like that is, like from city. Town, I know there's some that are worth something, but
I don't. That's interesting.
is there even a $20 figure?
I don't even know how we would look that up, but
No, back in the when they first made the minifigure and they were still in train sets, they had the yellow construction hat in 2 sets. I remember paying $30 just for the hat.
Yeah. You've told that story several times.
Sorry, I'm an old guy now. I'm going to tell these stories over.
What
and
about the guy who's on the pump car?
Oh, but that's not city, is it?
It's train.
He's the little
technically,
super. I guess, yeah, the little super. I wish I had him, but he's in the other room.
The train master.
Yeah, he's a little pricey.
Yeah,
he is a little pricey. I would say the Mirsk guys are probably pretty pricey.
Yeah, I was going to say Mirsk, but is Mirsk? Is it technically? Is it technically city? Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it would have been part of World City, though, wouldn't it? Would it have been part of World City, or was that before World City?
They've been doing Mirsk since.
Yeah, I guess
there was a truck, that was.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That would have been more like town.
Yeah.
It was still town.
Yep.
But
where was those minifigures? You were trying to find the value of minifigures. That last picture you just sent us.
Oh, that was from I think Brick Economy.
Oh.
I will tell you, everybody out there, if you have a website or a blog, I hate your ads. You may hate my ads on YouTube, but they're not as intrusive as your ads. I went to every single website, even BrickSet. If you're not logged into BrickSet, it is a nightmare of a website. And so I know you got to have your revenue to keep your little website going, but I'm not going back because your website, I can't use it with all the stupid ads.
It is.
Sorry, that was my rant.
It's when
No,
it's when you access it on your mobile and an ad pops up and you can't get rid of it, or you
Yeah.
can't use the website because
Covers
the
the whole
ad's so
page.
big.
Or
and you're
that
just like,
little bitty X in the corner, and you go to push that X, and your
you
thumb
open that.
won't hit that. It opens it or take you to that website.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I tried, I think 3 different websites, and it was just like I'm scrolling, and all I'm seeing is ads, and I just want to figure out how the minifigures. I found 2 different ones that had like the top 100 minifigures, and they were so wrong. It's like one of them was like what years outdated, and then that Brick Economy, I'm like, where are these minifigures we're just talking about? You know,
Right.
They did have Finch Dallow on there. Some other things. I'm not pulling it back up. I want to go back to that website. But I wish there was I don't know what people use. I guess they use those. Maybe they're logged into an account and they don't get the ads. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know either. Well, that kind of ties into back to what we're talking about with Whatnot. Are they using something that's correct? You know, like a Bricklink or a BrickTsar or something. So they just don't know.
The people that are buying aren't using anything. They're just paying.
Right.
No, they're not, because you can. It's funny because I kind of snoop around Whatnot more than I should.
I was gonna say
I do. Like if I'm watching a baseball game, I'll just have Whatnot and just be snooping around Whatnot. And there are people who pay, and sometimes I'll look at it and I'll go right to eBay I'm like, what are these people doing?
They don't even count the shipping.
Yeah, they're paying $15 for this figure. You can go on eBay and get it for $8. You can go to Bricklink and get it for $8 or $9. It's crazy.
That's true. I mean, everybody should know who eBay is. So
right,
and that ought to be an easy search on eBay.
But the thing about eBay is you click what it sold for, and you can see what they're selling. You know, but if you click the auctions, they might have 2 or 3 days left.
Right.
And I guess it's all about wanting it right now. And
right now, instant gratification.
But if that's the case, you go to Bricklink, and you might pay $1 more than what it's going for on eBay, and you have it right now.
Right.
I suppose if someone's just using Whatnot, then it's sort of the fear of missing out and stuff like that, isn't it? It's
I think that's what I think it's a lot of that.
FOMO.
I suppose if they're following people on social media and stuff, and they're hyping it up.
And there are a lot of big sellers. There are a lot of sellers who do. That's what I don't understand. There's people who do shows probably 3 times a week, and it's like they have unlimited sources of these minifigures.
Yeah. Well, you know, I didn't pursue it anymore, but I got reached out to twice by Whatnot, once for BrickTsar and once for Trains Are Fun, because they were starting to have the train category. But I'm like, what are you going to give me to sell? Because I
right.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable like especially with my train stuff selling that. And
so okay, why did they? I'm just asking, why did they reach out to you? Because you're a YouTuber or because you're a maker?
I think it's through YouTube. And then with the train stuff, they were just starting that, which I totally didn't understand how they only allowed, like they started with Funko Pops and then they gradually rolled out. So you can't just go to Whatnot and list anything you want, apparently.
Oh, I don't.
You got to have these categories so people will find it.
Yeah, but if you
up more categories.
Yeah, if you wanted to do anything, you would just go under toys or vintage toys or something like that.
And so the first train auction I went to for model trains, it was like the guy had 2 trains from my childhood. And I was like, okay, if these are cheap, I'll buy them. I was all ready to buy. And then somebody said, oh, that one's broken. So he took them out. No, it wasn't broken. It wasn't. They just thought there was a missing wheel. I was like, that's the way it was designed. And so I had this opportunity to buy something.
You should have put in the comments, right?
I did. Nobody was listening to me. And then, so I got frustrated with that. That's another reason I didn't start listing. I was like, I don't want to deal with all the hassle of having to have this short window of time to sell things. I like the ease of Bricklink, where I just go put it on there, and then people buy it when they want to buy it. I don't have to sit there and wait.
Right. Well, and you also, you also kind of have to hype on whatnot too, don't you?
Yeah, because you get one person on there.
Sounds like but I mean, there's the thing. I mean, Jebba, you had the big boy sent to you, and you had now the mallard and stuff like that, and I had the big boy, and I think there's a difference because like I get emails about lighting kit companies and stuff, and they want to send me lighting kits, and they say, you do this and we'll give you, discount codes and stuff, and very rarely do they say you'll get commission or something like that. And I've never had someone reach out and say, we'll pay you for a video.
Yeah.
But some people, I guess some people want to work with brands just because they want to make it a commercial enterprise, whereas my YouTube channel, I suppose it's just sharing a hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no selling business. I have no Bricklink or anything. I've never sold a Lego set.
Well, you guys watch Brick Science?
No.
Yes.
Okay. So Brick Science, most of his videos are brought to you by a Bricklink store. There's a Bricklink store that sponsors his videos, and he just mentions them. He doesn't do a whole commercial about them. He just mentions them that when he gets parts, brought to you by this Bricklink store. So I went to this Bricklink store thinking it's going to be some big, huge Bricklink store like Bricks on a Dollar. I don't even think it's as big as your store, BrickTsar.
Oh, wow.
I think he might have 200,000 pieces in it, and it's like, the way Brick Science buys pieces,
right?
I don't think he could supply him.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he may have when M&R Productions had a podcast, he would sell sponsorships for like $25. I'll do a little ad read on our podcast, and he had Bricklink sellers reach out to him to do his 30-second ad read. We could do that.
Yeah,
we could.
Yeah, hey, we got 2 videos over 20,000.
These Bricklink stores here already.
We are rolling.
I see 2 in the. I actually thought of setting up over there in my store, so I'd be like, Duncan would be the kid that doesn't look like the others.
Yeah, I need to get out. Maybe I need to move out of my store. Always good.
But it's a good. I like that type of branding though, or not branding, sponsorship, because it fits
right
content.
Right.
Versus NordVPN.
Yeah, no, I got an email from
a Raid Shadow Legend.
Yeah,
I got an email from the fake NordVPN.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think I put it in I put it in the.
Hey, this
regards. They need them
the phishing
regards.
attempt.
They're the fake one.
This guy does Lego videos. Let's give him some pants.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that was real. I actually got paid for that.
That's wow. That's cool.
That's one of like the 3 or 4 in my lifetime that I got paid cash to do a video.
I had a jewelry company that kept emailing me saying they really like my channel and really like my videos and we should have a part. I was like, what? It was really weird. It was like jewelry. Yeah.
Check out my necklace.
Yeah.
As I build my Lego set.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
wow.
sparkles. Yeah, that was weird. But,
I'll put some rings on your fingers while you're building, so you get.
Yeah. Some close-ups.
I'm still hoping for the Hawthorne Village sponsorship.
Is that still running?
Yes. Talking about somebody paying too much for stuff. I'm sitting there fussing about people paying too much for stuff on Whatnot, and I do it every month.
Do
you realize that you're getting charged for one, and then weeks later it shows up, or does it show up and then you look?
I think what they do is they charge me 3 times, and then I get the item. They make you think you're getting it at a good deal.
Right.
And it's really like each one's $100 for something that's $15. Yeah.
So they're gonna do they're gonna do a new minifig, a big one, not a pirate, not a Harry Potter, but a plain great blue and yellow minifig.
I actually did. Every time I come down to the basement, there's one of the original minifig storage things. Have them going down the wall,
Yeah.
the stairs, and one of them still has the minifigure that came in.
Oh, you.
And it's that.
It is that.
Yes. And I was like, oh, this is why. I was like, I used to think this is a stupid minifigure to have in here. Why is this just plain minifigure? And I didn't realize it had significance. That's how dumb I am.
I didn't know that either. I've got to have like a dozen of those laying around here somewhere.
He didn't have the blue hat. It was the only thing. It's just
So Joey, do you have the Harry Potter Build-A-Figs?
No.
I just was interested to compare the size of that.
I think it's the same.
Because I have the Harry Potter figs, to compare the size of that to the pirate fig and then the new one that's coming out.
Yeah.
My understanding of the new one coming out is the same as the pirate.
The pirate.
I think the Harry Potter are the same.
Now somebody's got to start making stickers for these.
Yeah.
It needs a space sticker.
Yeah.
I think I was more excited about that plain fig than I have been about all the other ones. I was like, that looks cool.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you don't have to go to Billund or anything for it. It's great.
Right.
It's like, yeah.
Right.
This is what they should. Yeah, maybe they obviously had this in the works, but
right.
Well, the thing is, we're excited for it, but we'll see how it sells. Because if it's a dud, we're gonna all buy one, or probably. But if it's a dud, they won't make any more. If it sells really well to everybody, then they might start it. The Spaceman might be the next one to come out.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose the pirate, with just being released where it was and how it was, they're guaranteed a certain run and a certain amount of sales for it. And the Harry Potter ones, they're just Harry Potter fans who just go nuts for that.
Oh, I've got to think that the Harry Potter outsold the pirate by leaps and bounds just because it was available everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So their expectation on number of sales of the pirate, I don't think it's got to be tempered.
I don't think the Harry Potter one sold as well as they thought it was going to sell.
Well, that may be, but I bet it's still
on shelves.
Yeah, but I bet it still sold a ton versus because you could only get the pirate at one place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I wonder if this one was planned before the pirate ever came out.
I don't know.
Or if this was all right, guys, here we'll shut you up here.
I don't think
plain minifigure
here. Yeah. No, I think there was some planning. Now, whether it was before or after the pirate, I don't know. But yeah, I bet it's been in the works for a while. So Ninjago City has a new working toilet. Does that seem kind of ironic?
It's got to be exciting, Jabo.
I thought it was a toilet that's contributing to E. coli spread.
Yes, it dumps the poop right out in the lake.
I'm like, this is not sanitary.
Just raw sewage into the lake. That's not good.
So not only does Lego City have the worst health and safety because they're like handrails. I'm building a walkover right now that's like 30 feet high, and there's like the steps just go.
Oh, is that the train bridge?
Yeah,
yeah.
And so now
the steps are like go up to your waist.
Yes, and the handrails only go to your knees. So
old lady trying to climb up the steps. Just throw her in front of the train.
Oh, it'd be terrible to live in Lego City. I guess it'd be worse to live in Ninjago. So Ninjago City.
So back in the early days when I started YouTube, I wanted to do a House Hunter series where you compare like Lego City buildings. And this is before we started getting these bigger ones.
Right.
But it was like, if you were having to buy a house in the Lego City, have like 3 options and then seriously talk about the pros and cons, like you're being realistic. It's like you put a minifigure in some of these houses, it's like they can't even stand up or they got a upstairs with no stairs.
Yeah.
Yes. I got a couple buildings like that right now that it's like I've mocked up. It's like, how do you get upstairs?
You use imagination.
The 3-in-1s most of the time. Some of the time have ladders, don't they? They put ladders in there just to shut people
Some
up.
of the time.
some of the time. Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of those are open back, so
Yeah.
you kind of got to use your
Replace it.
imagination for the half of the building that's missing.
Right. The dollhouse effect or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a beef that's not in our show notes here, but so the new Dreams theme. Have you paid any attention to it yet?
I'm aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've looked at the sets.
I haven't really looked at the sets. I just saw that there were some people who thought they were better than they thought they were going to be, maybe.
Well, okay, so there's I think they're not bad. I mean, they're I think Lego needs a non licensed theme, something they've like Ninjago, something that they've created in house. But my thing is they're building this off of this theory about kids who have dreams and they stress in their dreams because they're scared. They're little kids, right? So that you can have a scary dream. And their thought is that we're going to build a Lego theme based on people's dreams so that they feel better about their dreams and work.
I think the kid would rather build a dream based on his nightmare.
Well, but isn't that Lego in itself? Wouldn't you can't you just pick up a pile of Legos and build whatever you want? I mean, do you have to be told what your imagination is?
I don't think the sets needed a moral to the story. They could have just made the weird stuff and say it's dream based. I don't think it needed to go to that step. I can see. I sound like I'm criticizing their.
I'm not criticizing it.
It's not needed. I don't think.
Yeah, but they have the TV shows and stuff that they want because they've launched. Like I saw the ad for the YouTube. They released it on YouTube, I think, the first episode, or maybe I don't know. I didn't go and look at it, but I don't know whether they've got the whole series or something.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It's a cartoon, and
they have a cartoon, yes.
And it doesn't have anything to do with. I didn't think it had anything to do with a kid. I thought it was following the cartoons like Ninjago follows the cartoons.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, Chima had the show and they released that, and then it's the sort of, is it, I want to say Ghost Hunters, but it's not Ghost Hunters, is it? It's and I mean, I haven't seen mention of an app yet, so that's a good thing. But, I mean,
that's a good thing.
Nexo Nights, they had the show, so, they put it on the TV, the people watch the TV show, and then they want the toys that go with it and stuff like that. So,
and there's nothing wrong with it. That works. I mean, it's definitely worked well for Ninjago.
Yeah. I mean, Ninjago's just keeping them going. So I don't know whether. Yeah. But
they're just trying to find, like in the 80s, that the He-Man, they made the cartoon to promote the action figures, right?
Exactly. Yes, the toy came first and then the show.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
the high level of effort they put into those cartoons.
Right.
The Transformers was a cartoon show. It was cartoons as well, wasn't it? So
what about Micronauts? Everybody forgets Micronauts.
What?
Micronauts didn't make it to you, Duncan.
No, I don't think so. No.
So I like Fabuland, obviously, and that was kind of a fantasy theme. And I had no interest in Ninjago when it came out, but then they started making these really cool buildings. I have zero interest in mechs. I know that's what the kids are into is mechs.
Yeah, I've got some mechs.
Ninjago made me buy stuff because they made some really good sets. And I'm hoping that Dreams doesn't do that.
Have you seen the new mechs?
The Star Wars.
Darth Vader needs a mech.
Right.
I can't use the Force and just push you back. I'm gonna have to get in this robot and then pick you up.
They seem to like doing that.
They've jumped the shark.
Yeah.
With these mechs for Star Wars.
I was surprised Disney allowed it. I mean, because it just doesn't. It seems too out of the box.
Yeah.
For Star Wars. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Star Wars is the thing that I have the most outside of collectible minifigures. I have the most different sets is Star Wars.
And you don't even collect Star Wars anymore.
Interested in that.
No.
You don't even collect Star Wars, but it's like I'll get you. You get this one, and you get that one, and you get this one.
It's mainly, I guess, my son is the one that kept us collecting Star Wars because he always wanted to build the ships.
Right.
And so when did Guardians of the Galaxy come out? 2014.
Don't know.
I just realized. I just learned yesterday that the Milano is named after Alyssa Milano.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
It does make
makes
sense
sense.
that
Because he's
Everything's-
like my age almost.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
wow.
Full circle.
Not that that's Star Wars. That's different sci-fi thing. But
Obviously, you saw the last movie.
do you watch those movies, Duncan? The Guardians and that kind of stuff, or
Yeah, but I wait until it comes to the telly now because there's no way I'm getting out of the house at any point in time.
Yeah. Forget about those days.
Small people, which is cool because like now you can do like, especially since the pandemic and everything, we're still waiting for the Ant-Man movie, Quantum Mania and stuff, and then all of that stuff. But it'll be on. We'll watch it on telly,
Ant-Man
probably in 2-3 parts as well.
Yeah, I think Ant-Man just came to Disney.
Yeah, I can see the adverts. Okay, I can see the. It's probably come to you guys first. Actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So UK will be a different region and stuff. So.
Talk about a strange movie. That one was out there.
Yeah, well, Marvel films are I watch them now, and I'm kind of like.
Guardians was really good, but Ant-Man was just weird.
Ant-Man was them trying to be Star Wars.
Huh.
Okay, I need to watch it now.
Yeah.
I have to watch it and go, okay.
Yeah.
It was neat to watch it, but it's not one you'll go back and watch the second one again before you go back and watch this one again.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's movies that you can watch and you're like, okay, I'll probably never watch that one again. I don't really have a desire to see it again. That's where I put Ant-Man, Quantumania.
If you're flipping the channels, maybe you'll stop, and if you notice something else on, you'll move along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Thor: Love and Thunder who sort of like missed the mark as well.
Oh, so it's on the app. So I was scrolling through and I was like, I chose one of the, what do you call the Star Wars movies that come after the sequel trilogy? I chose to watch part of a sequel trilogy versus watching Thor and Love and Thunder.
So, yeah, I suppose I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind the Star Wars. I tend to watch the prequels more.
Yeah.
Than the other ones, actually. Not the first one, not the Phantom Menace, but I can watch the Clone Wars, and then it's just Obi-Wan. It's just Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan. It's just funny. Another that sort of stuff. It's just
brilliant. We never get caught. This doesn't happen to us.
It's classic. It's just just those lines. Yeah.
Did you see Andor is going to end up? The last 2 or 3 episodes are going to end up right at Rogue One.
I read that. That sounds good. Yeah, I mean, which makes sense because it does. Yeah, it is the story.
Rogue One is one of my favorite Star Wars. I mean, I think it's I just like it. The way it dovetailed in New Hope.
Yeah, it's definitely number 4 on my list. I like the first 3, and then I like Rogue One.
Yeah, I do too. I like Rogue One. So, do we worry too much about the crowdfunding, the Bricklink designer program?
I noticed that then they announced the winners of the other one, the engine shed one. But I think the engine shed got through. But I think this is the trouble with watching YouTube and stuff because I watch lots of you guys and stuff. But I'm sure you discussed it last one. But anyway, the engine shed, so that's going to be good. So
it is if you're able to buy it.
Right. Yes, that's the thing.
There was like a 5-minute window to get that train, the last one, the big train station, which I never thought would have sold out.
The price of these things, and look at the set. The piece counts, the prices are going to be pretty
they're going to be expensive.
Pretty
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think it's because they're going to be more labor in packing them. I think that's what makes them more expensive. Whereas Lego's building, when they package a set, the number of sets they're going to make is going to be astronomical compared to these.
So I guess my complaint that they don't make enough of them is they physically probably can't make too many of them.
Right.
They're that labor intensive.
But I'm surprised Lego hasn't picked up, say, the castle set that came out on the first run. I'm surprised Lego haven't gone, actually, we could probably do this as an idea set,
Right.
Because I'm sure that would sell. Again, I don't know whether it would be as pricey as the main line castle they've got at the moment, but maybe, or maybe they should, like, I think you mentioned it last time on the podcast that, just some mid-size sets, just some
where are they
priced? Where are they?
Right.
Which is
everybody wants the big glorious. Wait a minute. Oh. That Duncan, people tell me my ship's facing the wrong direction. How do they know which side I'm on?
What does it matter?
It all reverses,
people
doesn't
tell
it?
me I need to have the Titanic going that way. I'm like, how do you know which side I'm on?
That's it. Yeah.
Like if I'm on, which way's north? Which way's north?
Yeah.
Which way's east, west? I don't know. I mean, how do you know?
I don't understand. What does it matter?
It shouldn't matter.
Ships can only go.
What does matter is all those empty drawer holes you have behind you.
Oh, he's got more. He said, "I'm going to get you this time, Earl."
Try to hide them. I had an order. I haven't had any orders for probably 2 weeks, and I mean none, zero, nothing. And then I got an order for 958 something pieces, almost a $200 order, and I was short 3 pieces.
Oh no!
And I went. It's these swords out of a Unikitty set. It was Lego Movie 2, and it was Killer Unikitty or something. She had all these swords stuck out of her neck or something. It was weird. But the 3 I parted out 3 of those, and I guess I didn't notice it when I was parting them out. But the Bricklink listing says there's 1 as an extra piece. And I didn't verify, and none of the sets that I had the extra piece.
Oh.
So I put in 21 because that's what Bricklink had said when I parted it out. I really only had 18. So fortunately, it wasn't expensive, but
I always add the extra parts, but a part of me is like, maybe I should just leave out the extra parts, and then if I get done,
right,
I can add what's left.
You can add them back in later, yeah.
Did you sell the cats, the Unikitties as figures? Or did you?
No, this is a bigger set. It was the Unikitty was big.
I can't imagine though that none of them had an extra.
Well, the thing is there was like 6 in each set, something like that.
Oh.
18 divided by 3, whatever that was. And then an extra. That was what was really kind of weird, because you had an amount that it came with, and then it had an extra. It got me. I just wasn't doing my due diligence. I didn't pay attention, and so I will now. Anytime I see that extra part, I'm gonna either turn them off.
The other thing is, when you part out a lot of sets, you're going to have sets that you don't realize that have an error in them.
Right.
Because we had another set my son was building that had, and we verified it, it had an extra 2x4 gray plate, dark bluish gray plate in a bag it shouldn't have been in, and it was missing a chair.
Oh.
So it's like that part got swapped.
Right.
And then, I did the one where I opened that set from like 15 years ago, and it had an extra bag of parts in it.
Right.
So you never, when you're parting out, it's like, the great thing about having those inventories, you don't have to count.
Mm-hmm.
But especially when there's extra parts or those rare errors or the different inventories.
So,
counterparts.
Duncan, have you ever had any issues opening sets, missing pieces or damaged pieces?
I think I've asked Lego twice for spare parts, and I think one was a small one, and I think that was actually a missing piece. The other time I've ordered a part from Lego is I was building it and couldn't find the part anywhere at all, and then was looking all over the place, and then it slipped in the pages of the instructions.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's the only time. But most of the time, I normally now I'm disciplined enough to sort of like keep on building, and then eventually, hopefully, I'll lift up a piece and it will suddenly magically appear. But that's
Well, first thing I do is I'll check my Bricklink inventory and go steal a part from my Bricklink store, and then like you said, you find it towards the end of the build that like stuck in the middle of a tire or stuck in a garbage can, or you're like,
right.
Or you got a 2x4 brick with a little piece stuck in the bottom of it.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
And then I never put those parts back in my store.
No,
I mean another problem I get is when it's colored. When I put the wrong color or something in somewhere, that's the one. And then you get to a point and you're just looking everywhere and you can't find it. And then you got to work out how difficult it's going to be to retrieve the pieces
that.
Yeah.
So
and you just
I think they've done a very good job in recent years in eliminating the problem with dark bluish gray and black looking the same on the instructions. Right. Those are the ones I would always mix up. But so I think they try to separate those parts as much as they can, where they're not like always in the same bag at the same piece, like a 1x2 plate of each color. But if you're piecing together something and you're looking at the instructions, it still be like, I don't know if that was what color it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if they put those funny colors in the middle that you're not going to see, so outlandish, so you don't mix them up later. Like
I think it's also so people don't make mistakes.
Yeah. It definitely gives you a good reference point. Yeah. Here's a bright green piece that has nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, if it's not going to be visible, if it's not going to be sort of like unshowed, then
Because
what gets me every time is the little arrows telling you to rotate it.
Yeah.
You've been building, you didn't pay attention to the arrow to rotate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with it? Oh, I got to rotate it.
So have you attacked the Black Panther yet?
Oh, interesting enough. Yes, I have parted it out. It is in the store and available for sale. It took me 20 hours, and I did not do a video.
Sponsored by BrickTsar.
Yes, sponsored by the A.F.o.O.L. Yeah, yes. This. Oh, let's do our promo. This episode of the A.F.o.O.L Podcast is brought to you by the Brick Store of. Wait a minute. This is why we don't do ad reads.
Yeah.
So, was it whatever day I posted that picture on Instagram? That's the day I started, and I was like, I'm just going to do I separated the bags to where the 5 sets, the numbered bags were together, and so I'm going to start with these easy bags And then I was like, well, I've got that far. I'll just keep going. So I did all the big parts, and then I had all the little bags left over. And I took all the groups of the little bags and just put them in a bag and just put them away. But I got all the big parts done that first night, all of them. And then I was like, okay, well, the couple of days later, I said, I'm going to do the little parts. And same thing, I said, I was just going to do a few of them, but I'm like, oh, these are easy. So the next thing I know, I had all the little parts separated. And I say it was each time was like 6 hours one day and then 6 hours another day. And then the big job is to put them in the store. And I had to rearrange things. I added about 15 big boxes to get some of the bricks. It took me about 5 or 6 hours. And yeah, every piece is in there except for the instruction manuals, which I got to get some more boxes for those.
How many total pieces was that?
It was just under 15,000 pieces, and Yeah. So I'm at 606,000 pieces in my store now. And I've got, and you know, the thing was I closed the store to put them in the store. I don't usually do that because it was so many pieces and I knew I had to move a lot of stuff. I closed the store, but I got it all done that day. And I opened the store, and normally it sends out like notifications when you add new lots. It didn't send out any notifications.
Why not?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because the store was closed, and then when I reopened it.
Yeah, but even
even when I close it and reopen it, and if I add stuff, you'll get that notification that's going to send stuff.
Yeah.
But if you go to your deal now, you should have. If you go into notify, it should say you have so many parts.
It didn't.
Wow.
And it was a couple of hundred lots added, or not a couple hundred. It was over 100, I think, new lots added.
That's crazy that nobody had them in their wanted list. Nothing.
I know there definitely were people that would have these parts.
It had to be a glitch.
So it's just it glitched out and didn't send.
I can't imagine doing a part out that big.
I thought it was actually not as tedious as parting out a single copy of the Roman Colosseum.
Well, I mean, I could see taking my time and parting them out. It's loading them into the store that I don't.
That's why I use BrickTsar.
Yeah,
I had somebody else ask me. So, I've done the video about not asking me questions through Bricklink. So I got another question through Bricklink. I'll answer it here on the A F.o.O.L Podcast. It was about why do I use BrickTsar? Why not Bricklink? I'm like, this is why, because when you're adding, like what I've done before when I've had 308 lots. I'll just add some of the lots. You can't do that on Bricklink.
No.
So, but it ended up I was able to get it all done in one sitting. I didn't have to just do partial lots. And then a lot of times I'll do things by like color. I'll do all the black parts first, and then all the blue parts like that, and then I'll delete them from BrickTsar.
But with that set being all black parts, you would have had to go.
That's why I thought it was going to be so tedious. But
you would have had to go through and select all the black parts.
Yeah, I didn't. I just went through and I grabbed a box of sorted parts and said, "Okay, here's these slopes. Then I just find them on the list and see where they go." And I did make the mistake. I caught it towards the end. The 2x2 45-degree slopes and the 2x2 45-degree corner slopes that are concave. I threw the concave ones in, and I didn't catch because one of the things I found to save time is like I used to try as I was sorting, I would try to get all the if I had parts I'd already sorted, where are those? What I would do, I take a bag, I just sort that bag. I don't care about the other stuff I've sorted. I combine them later, and it saves me so much time because I'm not looking for a cup to put it in.
Yeah, I might have to try that.
You need more cups to do that, but it's a huge time saver.
I could see where that would be, because once you start, like for me, I got the tables out there, the IKEA tables, and then you start spreading out. Now you're looking at it.
Because little shit's easy to part out. So that's why if I just do a bag, even if there's like 5 copies of that one bag, it's just get enough cups for that bag.
Right.
And then I'm done. And then get another bag. And then like between groups of bags, then I say, okay, I'll combine some of the lots then.
But and I know the thing about BrickSet versus Bricklink or BrickTsar, I don't know. I put all mine in stockroom A. If I have 4 sets or whatever, I uploaded it and everything goes into stockroom A, and I can take my time putting them in.
Right. Yeah. You go ahead and upload it and then add it later.
Yeah.
But if you already got the parts in your store, what do you do?
Well, so that is the problem when you do that, because it'll take the parts that you have in your store out of your store and put them in stockroom A.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It still keeps the remark though, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So I do that. I think there's a checkbox where mine, it'll
Mine.
keep it. If it's in there, it won't put it in stock room. So yeah, you can select that.
And
That's
you could do that when you're uploading. You can tell it not to put them in the stock room, and it'll go live. But then and there's no issue with that either. You just gotta know. It's an all or nothing thing.
Yeah.
All of them that don't have remarks will all be live on your store, and then you'll have to hunt them if you get a sale, which is why some people close their store. But I don't know. It works for me.
So this guy asked another question.
Mm-hmm.
When you're uploading a set, does it tell you the correct color? And he also asked, is there a way to determine the correct color? To the color chart.
Where is it? It's behind me. You have a color chart, Duncan? You probably don't because you don't need one, do you?
No, I don't have a color chart. Yeah, and that's why. Yeah, I mean that would be
your color chart is your
if
brain.
I was trying to work out if I was. Well, I'm slightly colorblind as well, so it's really bad.
Ooh.
That would be bad.
What's
really?
the colors that you have a difference?
I can't. There's some purples that I can't see.
Okay.
Like me and my wife stayed in a hotel once, and she was like, "This is a really good color scheme." I was like, "Why would you want it brown?" And she was like, "That's purple." I was like, "Really?" Like, "Oh, that's brown." She's like, "No, it's purple. It's really nice."
Oh wow.
So what about your train that's purple?
No, well, yeah, I can see those purple. It must be just some shades I can't see.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize that I couldn't see that at all. So I've been,
It's like that dress that everybody.
Oh no!
What was it? Yeah.
What was it? White or whatever color? Yeah.
So I have this. I know y'all might not follow Sands, but he did a video that featured a lot of my content here recently.
I didn't see his last. Is this his last one?
Last one, yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen
it. Very good video. It's one I actually talked to him about, and so there's a theme. Is anybody here familiar with the little robots?
No, I mean I've heard of
it.
Is
that a TV show or is that a Lego thing? I'm assuming it's like an existing franchise.
I think it's a TV show. Yeah, I think it's a kids show or something.
All right, so you don't know about it, Duncan? You never heard of Little Robots?
No, I've not heard of
it. He in the video he was trying to find out what is the rarest color. So this is a color that only appeared in one piece in one set.
Okay.
And I used to think it was the chrome green rock gem thing, 5-pointed.
Right.
They used to, but it's not in only one set.
It's not in only one. Okay.
It's only in one. That piece is only in that. That color is only in that one piece, but that piece is in multiple sets.
Okay.
So there's a little robot set that has this light lilac color.
Oh.
And it's only in 1 2x2 Duplo brick, light lilac. But yeah, I'll tell you the set number. I think it's and so it sent me down this rabbit hole. Like I was never interested in the little robots at all, but there are so many weird colors in this theme. And
I have a hole for light lilac.
You do.
I have a hole. I don't have a light lilac piece.
So I have this theory. The reason you can't find this set for sale is because of people making color charts. Since it's the only set that has that color, everybody that's buying it is trying to get that brick for their color chart.
So what is the set number?
Let me look it up here.
It's Little Robots theme.
Yes,
Duncan. This is how we get things on Joey's want list, and how.
Yeah.
No, this is how. Yeah, this is how the rabbit hole. Yeah.
And Gallo may buy one while we're talking about it.
Yeah,
and
no,
Robin
I can see that.
Probably already has it.
Yeah.
or if he hasn't, he'll have the whole collection by the end of the week after this. Yeah.
It's at $74.96.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't recognize the little robots at all.
Okay. Because I've noticed that most of the people are in the UK or Australia that had the sets. That's why I was wondering if it was something that was more of a...
It doesn't look.
I don't know how this is. There we go.
So this is stretchy at work, 11 parts. And that brick. Now, the thing is, I don't know if it's accurate.
You're saying it's that piece right there.
The 2x2 brick, not the plate.
The two.
They're saying that's not medium blue. They're saying it's light lilac. And I'm like, okay, is this actually this color exist? Or did somebody just say, I don't know what color this is. I'm going to call it light lilac. It got uploaded to Bricklink.
Right.
It's light lilac. I have a theory that this color is actually going to be in other sets. But there are also other sets in this theme that somebody said that they couldn't find the corresponding Bricklink color, the Lego color. It was in set 7441. Actually, could you go to 7441? No, wait, no, it's not it. Yeah, 7441. There's an interesting note. Yeah, that one. No, yeah.
Yes. No.
Did I tell you the right one? Did I tell you the right one?
744.
That's not it. That's not it. That's I went
to
to the right number. That's the right number, but I told you the wrong one.
Okay, which one do you need
find
to go to? I went to 7444. Hang on.
Okay.
I went to the wrong one.
I thought I saw one for some reason. Yeah.
It's the dash one. I just saw.
Yeah, 7441. They're not in order.
There's something.
It's a big set. It's
there. It is.
Tiny and Friends. Oh, this is brick set.
Sorry.
All right, so on Bricklink, can you
go to
Bricklink?
Yeah, I can go on Bricklink. Hang on.
Making you do all the work here.
Well, I guess I'm the host, right? I don't know.
But this is like, I get in these dangerous rabbit holes. I mean, look at all these parts that look like they're probably never in another set. Look at that tree.
Right. Wow.
All right, now let's go to the notes on the set. Close that.
Okay. Close this?
Yeah, open the parts, the 54. Click on the 54 parts right there.
Okay.
Now scroll to the bottom. You see all these rare, I guess, parts. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
You get to the bottom. All right.
Okay.
Oh, you can't read it. You have to, right there it says notes. Read that note.
The dark purple 44611 Duplo tile, modified 4x4 studs, on edge, groove lines, little robots is actually Lego color 197 bright lilac, a color not recognized on Bricklink.
So now I have this. What other colors are allegedly not recognized on Bricklink?
So I would think that the problem here is these colors were probably color matched to the TV show.
You think?
I don't know.
Would Lego do that? I mean, what year was this? 2000? Oh, yeah, this wasn't from the dark times.
I was going to say, this is from the time. Yeah. But matching colors is not like, when does this set come out? It's not like a new piece. Although there seems like there's a lot of new pieces in there.
Yeah.
So, I bet there's a lot of colors here that are just one-off runs.
Wow. So you see how many are for sale?
None.
And see what
the only way you're going to.
I'm only wanting to get this to see the colors.
Right.
You'd almost have to get one sealed.
Yes.
I cannot buy a used one. You won't know if it's accurate.
No, it wouldn't be worth buying a used one. So
yeah. Sorry about that, Duncan.
Just all looks brown to me. I don't know.
He doesn't have these problems.
It's all the color going on. It's just...
Wow.
What color is the poop?
Yeah. I mean, and Duplo sets would be terrible. I mean, we've got Duplo, but I bought a big bag from someone from a Facebook marketplace, and it was just £50 for just a huge bag of Duplo, and it's just that's Duplo, isn't it? It just goes into the collection, and that's it. So So sets like that would have just disappeared.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
Mhm.
Just yeah.
It's hard to find a Duplo collector that keeps all their sets as sets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Robots was 2003-2005 TV show, had 5 seasons.
Okay.
Cosgrove Hall of Fame films. Cosgrove Hall films. I don't know.
Yeah, when I was looking at that minifigure list, did you? I forgot to mention that when we were talking about it, but one of the minifigures in the top 100 was Harold the helicopter.
Yeah, I saw that on your note. Yeah.
Like, I didn't know. I just learned today that was a minifigure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have you guys seen the new Batman Batcave?
I have
Ooh.
mixed feelings about this.
I saw that. I thought it would look like a very clever set. Just
it does
because
look like a very. It
can
looks
fold
really
nice
really
and compact, and yet
I think it would have been
It's around.
$300 cheaper if we didn't have the box that makes it look cool. But
Yeah,
right.
this is
I
true.
think that's what the bulk of the build is to give it that shadow box look.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice looking.
Yeah.
Probably have
I
to
mean,
get it.
it looks. Yeah, I mean, it looks more appealing to me than the original Batman Batcave that
Yeah.
came out a while ago.
Absolutely.
Oh, that yeah.
So-
If they had made the original 60s Batman Batcave like that, but brighter colors, which would
Right.
have been appropriate
Yeah,
for that. It
I
would
think
have
they
been,
tried to do too much with that Batcave.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted the Batmobile, everybody wanted the Batcopter, everybody wanted the figures.
nobody
Yep.
wanted a bunch of brown rock walls.
No. No.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Well, are we ready?
Okay, so
It's only
first of
like
all,
morning.
first of all, I think you should start something new.
Okay. Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
We should every week come up with a poll, because I see these YouTubers put polls out, and then we
Okay.
can reveal the results on the next one.
Okay.
Well, where would you put the poll? You'd have to put on like a community post.
I guess.
I mean, I see people do it all the time. It's like they do a post for a poll, and and then the next week you'd have to look into it. And I know you're good at researching, so.
So, okay. Yeah, we would just have to.
So it kind of like when Jabbo does his post, and he does his post to advertise for the podcast.
Right.
I think
Yeah,
it's like
community
that.
post.
And you
Yeah.
put a poll.
Well, I have one up right now, but it's in my members only. So 4 people voted. But
So I
guys.
just, where do you watch the majority of your YouTube videos? On your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, or on your TV?
Okay. Well, hang on. Let me.
What's a computer?
What's a
That's
computer?
really. Well, we'll count laptops as your computer. Your laptop or your desktop would
Yeah.
be your computer.
It is so weird when I think about original YouTube days. I watched 100% exclusively on a computer.
Mhm.
Yeah, because there's no way I was going to have the data I didn't even have an iPhone back then. So when I first started.
Mhm.
And so it's like to think now that like almost nobody's sitting in front of a computer watching YouTube usually.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting here on a computer filming an episode.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much all phone and a little bit on my tablet, and that's pretty much. I hardly ever watch any on the laptop.
Yeah. I watch stuff. Yeah. I mean, I watch the podcast. I watch a lot on my phone and stuff, but sometimes I do watch on the PC and stuff. So in here anyway, it's which is good.
And so if you have the YouTube, we lost. He killed the
He just
phone.
sent us, I was wondering, why is he sending us a message? He thinks he just lost the internet, but it's still recording, isn't it? Yeah, it's still
Yeah, it's
recording.
still recording.
So we'll be able to say.
So this is why you don't do polls.
we just broke the internet.
Yeah. So yeah, we're still in.
All right.
Yeah. So he lost his internet Oh, this is going to be a train wreck on BrickTrains.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah. The last time this happened, it was me, wasn't it?
Yeah, he said, "Keep going, keep going. We got to keep the show. The show must go on." He says.
So it was time for the comments, I believe. Let's see.
It's going to get harder now that we're getting like 29,000 views per video.
Yeah, but we don't get them. We don't get them between our first ones.
No.
Let's see how many we have. It didn't. Does it tell you how many it has? It might tell him. I don't think it'll.
How many? What comments?
Yeah.
How many
Ooh, I
comments
tell you
on it?
what. I tell you this one's got 1,500 views. Most of the time, the most views it's ever had when we've done comments is about 5 something, maybe 600.
Yeah.
So we're reaching no man's territory here, Duncan. Duncan, you might put us over the top next week. Okay. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Pasta Jensen. There it is. Pasta Jensen. Every time I hear Danish and milk, the line, "Now you ordered 1,000 liters of milk," plays in my head. That must be.
Must be a reference.
Yeah, it must be a reference,
And
a
I don't
Danish
know it.
reference. There he comes.
Woo!
He's back.
He's in the same spot.
I'm the host. I can be wherever I want.
I just realized I haven't opened my package yet.
I was gonna say you didn't wear your shirt.
I haven't had time to do the video. I was too busy parting out stuff.
Joey, what I said was we have 1,500 views. This is the most views we've ever had at comment reading time.
Oh my!
Duncan's going to put us over the top for the
That's
next
what we're
one.
going to say. Duncan's going to get 2,000.
There you go.
And now we're really going to confuse everybody because I'm in the top corner.
What happened? Trying to look away and be like, "What?"
Oh no! Yeah, we've really gone off the rails.
You were off the rails.
On Bricks, first eye traffic is Danish for fresh in traffic, impossible for the traffic learning program to kids. In Norway, we have a similar set with the dairy producer Tini. Set was probably given as a gift to employees, etc. Ooh, there's something for you to look up.
Yeah.
I guess that's pronounced Teeny or Tyne. Brick Badger, hey guys, great topics as always. If you're ever looking for video ideas, I don't think you can ever go wrong with organizing your storage of Lego. Love to see how others store their sets. Well, there's kind of... I don't see how anybody would have the interest to constantly sort is the problem. I mean, if you're a mock builder and you build,
Right.
and you build, and then you tear stuff apart, it takes a lot of time to sort it back the way it was before you started building.
That's why I have boxes of regret.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
And it gets harder as your kids get older. I'm just warning you.
Duncan?
There's separate stuff. I mean, even redoing this and redoing the city, I'm tearing it down, but I'm not sorting it out as I go, but I'm trying to build and use the stuff that I've just torn down so I don't have to sort it away because it's just...
So at what age will they be wandering in the garage, Duncan?
Oh, well, yeah, no, Wes already comes in and plays about and stuff, and I try to, I now try to sort of give him some sacrificial sets that he can play with. He plays with stuff, and if it comes apart, he likes some tractors and stuff like that. He was playing with the blue cargo train that I have and stuff like that, and it was but there wasn't a bridge at the end of the rails and stuff like that, and I hadn't put a block on, and he just sort of like played with it.
Oh, that would have been a great video
and stuff like that. So yeah, that would have been a really good
would have been a really good video.
It wasn't. He was just pushing it off, so
you could have been running in slow motion. You could have
I didn't even know. It was just like I had a crunch, and I was just looked behind me, and I went, yeah. that wasn't that. Yeah, I should have put some buffers or something at the end of the track.
Gibson Star Wars collector. I like seeing old set reviews, including the boxes. I know they might be too popular. Well,
Thank you.
yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
here you go. Just for Gibson. Here's my review of the Caravelle airplane. This is what it looks like. Thanks for watching.
Keel Jones, Earl, Joey, and Jabo play their own game of who's on first at 151.
I went back and watched that. Oh my goodness. That was you describing a castle set as a pirate set. We kept saying the right set, but you're like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I have a tendency
That's
to
a
do
pirate set behind Duncan, by the way.
I'm sure there's a pirate on there somewhere. Ooh, I gotta compose myself. Kapaka's cool companion. This is a new commenter. The way I do it when I have multiple sets parted out into a wanted list is that I put in the notes section quantities by set. It takes up a lot of space, especially for common parts, but does help me somewhat to keep track of things. Well, I guess that seems like a lot of work, but it would work.
That's the only. I guess that is the solution. Is whatever you do, it's going to be more work, but it's better than just having a giant wanted list and not knowing what anything goes.
Right.
SG, you could put the items you ordered as have in your wanted list, so you still have them listed on your list, but you know you already ordered them.
I keep forgetting about that feature. Somebody else told me that. It's like I just delete stuff, but if you just check the have,
right.
I got to start remembering that.
Small
so
update.
Every wanted list.
Yeah, you got a lot of wanted lists though.
Yeah.
Small update on my own collection. I have bought a My First Quattro figure set with a box. I have also opened a Bricklink store, but closed it until further notice, so I can start adding the 5% special parts of my collection and don't need to remember where I put them, and also some bulk items for possible future projects. Before I forget, hey Dakota, greetings from Belgium.
Yes.
Whoa. He just throw in there My First Quattro.
I have bought a My First Quattro figure set with a box.
Oh my goodness.
Look that one up, Joey.
That's like Mr. Gold. So that's the one. All right. So that was one I had on my you can't buy it, but now people got it for sale. I wonder if that's his for sale. There's like
he said he opened a Bricklink store.
Oh Lord.
I told you that's Mr. Gold. Everybody's talking about Mr. Gold. This Quattro boy is more rare than Mr. Gold.
Let's see if we can zoom in there.
I thought I had him up here.
$676 sealed, $1,800. Why is 3 of them in the United States?
Yeah, and so there were none for sale, not too long ago. So I don't know if this is a combination of me talking about it or us talking about it. I don't know where he went. Somebody must have stolen him.
Well, the first one's missing the box and the manual. The second one.
Sorry.
That's all right. I was reading the note.
Well, I was going to see what the figure itself was worth because the Quattro parts cannot be worth that much, right?
No, I wouldn't think. It's got
they're worth more than you think.
There he is. $800, $900 for just the figure.
Whoa.
And there's another exclusive part in the set. It's a 2x4.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's in
2x4 blue brick.
Maybe he's in that bulk Duplo lot you bought, Duncan.
Yeah, no. I would have.
Blue brick.
That one?
Yeah. There's
a little
$20 and one for $183.
Yeah. It almost makes you want to buy the 2 blue ones that are sitting there.
Yeah.
I bet this guy didn't sell to us. Oh, he does. Ships to me. Crazy.
Don't look
Yes.
now, guys. It's going to be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Joey's putting it in his cart.
I don't have any Quattro. Move along.
Next question.
You O'Brien. Earl focuses on Joey's missing drawer like a portal in the abyss.
Oh, we already talked about it in this episode.
Thanks, Earl. That's all I could focus on after you mentioned it.
And now
Good luck getting through this one, you. Hey, Jabo, Earl, and Joey, I did it again. Had a question, watched the whole episode. Now I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
Good work.
You know you're
Thanks,
an A4 when
DG.
you can't remember what you were thinking.
Yeah.
Aaron Groen didn't. I can't pronounce his last name. He's got to be German. Aaron.
All right.
On the free scoops matter, at this time it seems very random at my local store if you'd get a free scoop or not. I'm personally not the most chatty customer with their staff, but my brother-in-law is, and he gets free scoops left and right.
Huh.
He is very kind and just new into Lego and tall, too. Wonder if those specific traits have anything to do with it. P.S. Keep going, AFoOLs. Play button is just around the corner.
You're being robbed.
Yeah.
Here, take.
So he must be talking about free scoops at the that place, that big pick-a-brick warehouse we were talking about.
But some of the, I know at the Florida one, they were doing it for a little while during the pandemic.
Oh.
They didn't want you sticking your hands in the bucket, so they had scoops, and they
you.
would do them for you. And yeah, they was like, okay, you want a scoop of this, you want a scoop of that, and then they would just kind of go and give you an extra scoop. So
yeah, Edinburgh store did that. I did a pick-a-brick and they gave me an extra scoop because they were doing it at the time, so like that. But that was
But I think they've gotten away from that now.
So it's not ice cream. I'm so disappointed.
Beats, Breaks, and Bricks. I have an Eldorado Fortress complete in box for sale.
Ooh.
But wondering if I should anticipate a bump in value.
Nice. A bump in value. Well, now that we're talking about it.
I think that it can only help it go up in value. I don't think it definitely wouldn't hurt it. Them making a remake of it. I think that increases the interest in a set.
Yes, I agree.
The key point will be before the release, when people realize and they want to go back and get the original.
It's like when that free space promotion, the BrickTrains came out. I made sure I went and ordered me one before, because I was like, okay, there's not that many for sale. There'll be people like me that want to get it.
Kind of like when a Hall of Famer dies, all of a sudden there's an interest in his sports cards.
But then you say the interest might wane later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can see where, but Lego,
there'll be a bump.
I just don't think the difference. I think with a lot of Lego, though, especially like the Eldorado Fortress has been a good set for 30 something years now. So I don't think there's anything that would happen that would cause it to dip down. Whereas there might be other things that might have a big bump and then it might actually go down again.
Right.
But it would be the time to sell it, though, when there's demand.
Well, yeah, if that's what you're in, if that's what you're doing is investing, this is it. This is your time.
Kai Lehman, for one at list, I put the set number in the remarks, and when I order them, I set everything to have quantity, and when I get the stuff, I delete it while verifying. And yep, even if I check each item in on an order for insane prices, duplicate lots, and bad quality warnings, I always miss a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you check everything off and you go to build it and you're still missing a piece.
Yeah.
Other than like rare parts, I don't know why people sell bad quality stuff on Bricklink. Like,
I don't either. Yeah.
Like the chewed up, broken stuff. I've gotten, like, I'm building a collection of broken tippers.
Well, technically, isn't it terms of service on Bricklink not to have teeth marks in the parts?
Possibly because I actually advertised the set. A piece as having teeth mark once, and it got removed.
Mm-hmm.
It's my one of one red brick.
What a
Right.
Original teeth mark. It didn't exist, and they still removed it.
Chris Cummings, there is only one Andor set for a neat show that really deserves more sets. I now have so many Mando minifigures that I can spawn them anywhere in the galaxy. I will never know all of the correct names for Lego pieces on Bricklink, as I believe you guys complain about as well. I've worked at factories where people knew what seemed to be every part number in the warehouse. There's a guy in these 4 squares that knows a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure about those old train magnets. They are cool looking, but I'm trying to switch over to European trains, and those mocks do include the old style magnet. So for the mark set price tag, that includes the magnets.
Mm-hmm.
Still have trouble figuring out my Lego hobby engine wrapped in a riddle. Yeah, I mean, at some point it gets to the part where you have to try to figure out a substitution.
Yeah.
Because some of them just get ridiculous.
Yeah. The train magnets is one of them, yeah.
Sin Killer Tachikawa is trying to confuse me. He changed his name. He dropped the killer. Now it's just Sin Tachikawa.
Oh.
I don't know what that's about. Legoland was very confusing theme to me as a kid. I'm like, what does this have to do with the theme park?
Yeah.
I was firmly an adult by the time I discovered the YouTube community and learned the story. Pascal Pettit, for me to retain to 0 parts or 0 the inventory in red, as you mentioned, 32 minutes of the video will be for me. It is useful. When I sold out of that item and I can't find it with the remark I forgot to put or simply can't see where the part can be or when I put it online. Well,
so
he's using it.
I guess what he's saying is if he retains the drawer, like if we don't retain it, if we lose it, we'll never know where it was. Like if it's sold out, we won't know where it was.
Because he says, well, with the retain option, I can see the date I added because it retains, right?
Yeah.
Knowing the date when I can compare that moment that you add the part or color and other part or you break out. Sorry, it's difficult to write and explain. Help. It resumes it helps me in history of when I put it online and whom it parts and helps rectify where is that part. So go
ahead.
Yeah, if you're retaining it just for the sake of retaining it, and you add more parts to that drawer.
You can have multiple drawers. I mean, multiple parts assigned to the same drawer, obviously.
Right.
So I guess that's what you'll have 0 quantity of some things in the same drawer or something else. But I wish that there was a feature on Bricklink where you could see a history of changes you've made.
Yeah,
that's how you would find missing things.
Yeah.
Tony Montana, I've never seen the Galaxy Explorer at any Walmart in Canada or even Toys R Us.
Never?
I had to buy it from the Lego store. That's crazy because they are still they're on the shelf and they're on the overhead shelf.
Yeah, and they had like a whole one of those things in the middle of the aisle with them.
Yeah, they're still abundant here. Born Bricks, tipper seeking tipper in the Craigslist community forum. Each tipper could be on a flatbed train car.
Tippers.
Matt Dover, you said there was only one boost theme set, but couldn't Star Wars set 75253 Droid Commander be considered a boost set?
Well, they could be, but they didn't.
Right. It doesn't have boost.
Right. It had components.
Well, if you put it in the boost theme, then is it no longer a Star Wars set?
Right. Yeah.
Dunkster Brick says the Pirate Castle Fortress gift with purchase. I knew it well. Joey, I totally understand your point about the difficulty in coming out with the content. Just remember, you should be making content because you enjoy it. I mean, it's clearly not for the monetization financial windfall.
That's Jason's. Yeah.
Dunkster, he was not first.
I was second. I think I was second.
He must have been sleeping.
I wanted to, it's like that thing where you want to comment on a video just to make sure you comment on it. Otherwise, you end up watching it and then forgetting what you were going to comment. And so it was just sometimes I just make myself comment.
And then Chris Cummings says, by the time I was 10 years, I loved watching the Flash Gordon series. I wish Lego would make sets for that story. That's long before I really knew anything about the George Lucas and what influenced Star Wars. Lego hoarding doesn't bother me. It's when artificial intelligence tells me to stop buying Lego. Then there will be a problem. Though free Lego is the best, maybe the Lego planet will be brought close to the Earth. Surrender, humans. Lego now rules the Earth. And this is a hairy leg episode. I imagine that any real RC vehicle would be more waterproof than anything Lego.
Yeah.
Probably, but I don't know. I don't know about any real RC.
Right.
No, I mean, Greg from Bricktech killed one of his RC cars.
Yes.
Driving it into the ocean or the creek or something.
Creek, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Was that it?
That's it.
All right.
That's a lot of them.
It's getting up there.
Yeah, we might have to. Maybe we'll have to do a cutoff next video. I don't know. Okay, so it says there's 25 comments. So your guys' challenge is to get us to 26 comments.
26.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, Duncan, thank you for joining us again. This was fun again.
It was good. No, it's always good.
Yeah.
Good.
We enjoyed having you on again. Yeah.
A repeat customer. Repeat offender.
Talk to you guys and stuff like that. It's cool.
And we appreciate too that it's so late in the morning for you. So
right.
Or early in the morning or late at night. So thank you.
No, thanks for having me. It was really good. Yeah.
So I'm looking at, I probably look at this more than Joey looks at this, but we have one with 29,000 and one with 26,000. And the one with 26 is the one with his
Duplo.
with his Duplo tray.
Thumbnail time.
We're going for 30,000.
Nice.
This video is brought to you by Dunkster Bricks. For all your bricking needs. If you need to watch trains crashing or going around, or maybe you could find it there. I don't know. This is why we don't have sponsors. Anyway, are we wrapping this thing up? Am I wrapping?
I think we're wrapping it. We're 2 hours. We're 2 hours.
Yeah. I feel like I was going into the wrap up without permission.
Yeah, no, we've had everything in. We've even lost the host in this episode.
But we didn't lose Dunkster, and that's what is the most
important part.
So everybody, be sure to go check out Dunkster Bricks' channel. Thank you again, Duncan, for joining us here. And if you liked this video, be sure to leave a comment below. Mm-hmm. If you didn't like the video, be sure to leave a comment below. And we'll see you next week. Or wait, 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Yeah. We'll see the people that didn't like us next week.
Yeah.